just thought I would let you guys know that this isn't like one of my regular audios. I decided to use an AI short story generator. Um, and I just used a prompt that was like POV ASMR girl x girl appeals to the senses, and it came up with this. As we walked through the thick, leafy forest, the only sounds that could be heard were the crunching of leaves under our feet and the occasional rustle of wildlife in the underbrush. The sun filtered through the treetops, casting dappled patterns of light and shadow on the ground. I reached out and took my girlfriend's hand, feeling the warmth of her skin and the slight calluses on her palm. "Isn't it beautiful here?" she said, her voice soft and soothing, like the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind. "I love how quiet and peaceful it is. It's like we're the only ones in the world." I couldn't help but smile at her words. "I know what you mean. It feels like a completely different world out here, away from all the noise and the chaos of the city." We continued walking, taking in the sights and sounds of the forest around us. The air was filled with the scent of pine and damp earth, and the occasional burst of wildflowers added a sweet, floral note to the air. As we walked, I couldn't help but steal glances at my girlfriend, taking in the way the dappled sunlight played across her features, casting her in a warm, golden glow. "Look at that," she said suddenly, pointing to a patch of vibrant mushrooms growing at the base of a tree. "They're so colorful. I bet they'd make a beautiful painting." "I think you're right," I replied, reaching out to touch the soft, velvety caps of the mushrooms. "They're so delicate and intricate." We continued our leisurely stroll through the forest, taking the time to stop and admire the natural beauty around us. As we walked and talked about everything and nothing, sharing stories and confiding in each other in the quiet privacy of the forest. The air was filled with the symphony of birdsong and the rustling of leaves. It felt like time had slowed to a crawl, allowing us to fully immerse ourselves in the sensory experience of our surroundings. Eventually, as the sun began to dip lower in the sky, we found a comfortable spot to sit and rest, leaning against the sturdy trunk of a massive oak tree. I nestled against my girlfriend, feeling the warmth of her body against mine and the soft, steady rhythm of her breath. The forest was alive with the sound of crickets and gentle whisper of the wind in the trees, and I couldn't help but close my eyes and immerse myself in the tranquil symphony of nature. "It's so peaceful," my girlfriend murmured, her voice barely above a whisper. "I wish we could stay out here forever." "I know," I replied, my voice equally hushed. "It feels like the whole world has just melted away, leaving nothing but us and the forest." We stayed there for what felt like hours, content to simply be present in the moment and soak in the sensory experience of the forest. As the sky began to darken, we reluctantly gathered ourselves and made our way back to the trailhead, feeling rejuvenated and at peace from our time in the wilderness. As we made our way back to the city, I couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the time we had spent experiencing the tranquility and natural beauty of the forest together.